Hey guys, it's me, and today we are going to be checking out a live performance from After Forever, and this is a live performance of their song Intrinsic, and this was performed at Bibelot? Bibelot? In 2003. I'm guessing that's the name of a venue, because I know that Dordrecht is a location in the Netherlands, so I'm guessing that's the name of the venue. I'm guessing. But I was requested to check out this particular performance recently, and I don't believe I've ever heard a live performance of this particular song from After Forever. It's taken off of their album Decipher, which was the last album that Mark Jansen was a part of with After Forever, and it's their second album. It's a really nice song, but I can't remember it because I keep thinking of imperfect tenses when thinking about this song, but they're very different. And I also wind up thinking about Estranged as well, which is very different, but they're all off the same album, so it's just like I'm struggling to remember which song this one is. I know it'll come to me once I'm listening to it though. But I didn't know that this live performance existed though, and I think that this might just be like a fan cam recording as well when it comes to the video, at least. I don't know about the audio because I was reading through the comments and I saw like a comment saying that the audio might be from a different video, so who knows. But this video was posted in just a little over a year ago in 2020, but the performance was in 2003, so I don't know if Mark is gonna be at this show or not. I don't know if he had left the band yet at this point, because I know Invisible Circles came out in 2004. Was it 2004? Or was it 2003? When did Invisible Circles come out? I'm pretty sure it was 2004, but I could be wrong, because I know Reimagine came out in 2005. Yeah, Invisible Circles came out in 2004. And then the Exordium EP is what came out in 2003. Yeah, so Mark most likely isn't gonna be here because Sander was with them on the Exordium EP, which was released in 2003. So, let me check to see when he left. Oh, Mark did leave in 2002. So yes, so Sander is gonna be here instead of Mark. Okay, cool. So yeah, and Decipher was released, I'm pretty sure in 2001. Let me make sure. Pretty sure it was released in 2001, and I could have sworn that Prison of Desire was released in 1999, but no, it was released in 2000. I always thought that it was released in 99, but no, it was released in 2000. We're gonna go ahead and dive on into this because I'm really curious about this particular performance because it's a very old performance. And this was also around the time when After Forever really started to like change their tone as well, and like not necessarily the direction that they were going to be going in with their music, but they started to change their sound a good bit after Mark's departure from the band. I'm really curious as to whether or not you're going to hear any of those particular changes on this particular performance, or if it's going to remain quite true to like the original version. I'm really curious as to how it's going to pan out, so yeah, let's go ahead and dive on into this. But before we do so, if you guys are new here to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, and also while you're down there, definitely give this video a thumbs up because that'll help me out a lot. All my links are down in the description box below, and yeah, let's do this. Oh god, this footage, man. See, I remember the beginning of this song, but I don't remember much else of this song for whatever reason. I'm sure it'll come back to me though. hiccup again. Oh my god, I got the hiccups really bad today. Oh, excuse me. Who recorded this, and how did you get away with recording it back in this day and age? Because recording at concerts back in this period of time was nearly impossible. See, like, when the song picks up in just like a moment, that's where I start to like not really remember the song very well. Like, I remember this soft intro and everything, but after that I keep thinking of like other songs from After Forever instead of this actual song. Okay, it's starting to come back to me now. Wait for it. I can't remember his name, but that one guitarist though was just so fine. Okay. Let's leave the thirst behind a bit. I'm trying to remember if there are any screams on this song or not. I think there are. Again, I'm mostly getting this song and Estranged mixed up between one another. Because I think they're right next to each other on the album, or close by to each other on the album. I'll save it for after the fact, because there's something that I want to talk about in regards to like the song and Nightwish, but we'll save that for the song to be over because it's about to end. I wasn't expecting her to get up that high. Oh wow, yes. And then I think this is when Estranged happens. I'm trying to remember, what's the song that comes after that? Zenith. Zenith is the song that follows it. And then it's Estranged, A Timeless Spell. Okay. It's been a little bit since I last listened to the Decipher album, so like it's coming back to me because I know like that last note, that last strum in Intrinsic, Zenith follows it immediately afterwards. So yeah. So it was a little bit weird not hearing that happen there because I'm so used to listening to the Decipher album. But anyways, really love this performance. I was not expecting her to actually hit the high note at the very end there because that's a really high note. And so I wasn't expecting her to get up there because I know it was at Pink Pop, I believe in 2004. They opened up their set with Beautiful Emptiness, which is off of Invisible Circles. Such a wonderful song. But in that live performance, and it's so sad too because that was a recorded performance. So it's like on camera and everything, like legit cameras and everything, like an actual like film crew filmed that performance. But Floor, there's a high note towards the end of the choir intro to Beautiful Emptiness, and Floor goes to hit it, but her voice cracked instead of her actually hitting the note. And all other performances, like all other bits of live footage of that particular song that I've seen besides that one, she drops the note instead of tries to hit that high note. And so I think it might be like a situation where it's just like to be safe she drops it, because getting that high is very difficult for anybody, not just her, but anybody. It's a really high note. If you've never heard that particular song, I'll go ahead and include like that segment of the song so you can just hear like that particular high note. And then if I can get the clip, I'll insert the clip of her voice cracking so you know what I mean and everything. That way you know what it is that I'm talking about when I say that her voice cracked and everything, because some people, like when they think of like someone's voice cracking, they think that like maybe like their voice went out and everything, but no, like she tried to hit the note and then it's just like meh. But the comment that I was wanting to hold off on saying towards the end there, because it's in regards to Nightwish, is that something that I would love to see happen with Nightwish that you saw happen with After Forever and Revamp. And I know I talk about this all the time, and I know I also always mention that Nightwish is its own separate entity, so it's not something that they need to do, but it's just something from me that I would like to see happen. Coming from someone who has been a fan of Floor Jansen for 13 years, to see happen with a Nightwish song, and that is for something that you see in this particular song here, and this performance as well, is her jumping octaves a lot. I would love for that to be able to happen on a Nightwish album, for Floor to just like get into that soprano mode and just start jumping octaves. And because she did it a lot, especially in the early days of After Forever. I think that was Mark's influence on the band back in those days, because even when you go and listen to like the early stuff from Epica, like say like the Phantom Agony and a bit on Consigned to Oblivion, it was mostly on the Phantom Agony that you saw it, but you saw like octave jumps a lot and everything with Simone. I think that was like a big influence on Mark's part and everything, because after he left After Forever, it started not seeing those octave jumps happening nearly as often. They would still happen. They didn't go anywhere, but they weren't nearly as frequent as they were before. I just hope that maybe like one day on a future Nightwish record that we could get like some of that chaos, like that we could get like some of that drama and whatnot of like Floor like going full-blown soprano and just jumping an octave like in the same note and everything, like you heard in this song here, and like starting in like a very comfortable range and then automatically just like getting really up there. Like I wish I could give more technical terms, but it's been so long since I knew like proper music terms. when it comes to like notes and everything, because I know she's in like the 5th octave. She starts out in the 5th octave and then like goes from there and like a middle spot of like the 5th octave and then jumps up into the 6th octave. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've like read sheet music and like had like good knowledge flowing through me as to like how to read sheet music and like proper terminology when it comes to like scales and whatnot. I would love to be able to like hear something like that on a Nightwish record. Will it happen? Who knows? Because for whatever reason, like two of us on like the Nightwish albums that Floor has been part of, it just seems a little bit safe in my opinion, because it just seems as if like they're just not fully utilizing her voice. And I always talk about this. The reason why I just bring it up so much is because of the fact that I have been a fan of her work for 13 years. And so it's like, I know what this woman can do. And when you have someone as talented as her, it just seems like let her shine a little bit. Let her be wild on an album. She shines a lot in their live shows and everything and gets wild in their live shows, so why not bring that to an album? I really like this performance. It was a really good performance and I love the song. It's such a good song. Decipher is a really good album from After Forever. Like during Mark's era of the band, I think Decipher is probably my favorite album during Mark's era. I also really did like Prison of Desire, but the production on Decipher is just so good. It's just so good. The production on Prison of Desire isn't the best. It's not the best at all. They didn't have the best recording equipment and the instrumentals didn't sound the best on it. The writing wasn't bad either. The writing wasn't bad, but compared to like how things became and everything, you could tell that like they were written by people that were very new to writing music. I was gonna say that they just hadn't fully matured yet either, because I mean they were still quite young. I think Floor was in her early 20s, I think, back in those days. She was like 19 during Prison of Desire and 20 during Decipher, so like they were very, very young. Like they were babies back then. So obviously the writing isn't gonna be as like sophisticated and mature and whatnot. And then too, like it was like their first releases as well. So I mean, obviously things aren't gonna be the best. But I feel like the growth that they had from Prison of Desire to Decipher is monumental though, in terms of just like the sophistication of like the lyrics and the writing, and then to the massive improvement of the production quality as well, and just like the span of a year, because Decipher was released May 27, 2001, and then and then Prison of Desire was released April 24th of 2000. So just right over a year. Quality and production between the two is very dramatic. Anyways, that's about it for this video. This was a live performance of Intrinsic by After Forever from all the way back in 2003. What did you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below, and also like down there and let me know some what songs videos I should react to next, and I'll be sure to get to them as soon as I possibly can. And until I see you guys in my next video, whenever the hell that may be, goodbye.